What up, y'all? Check it out, check it out.
Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire, 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 Holy Ghost fire. Come on now. Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire. Fire, 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 fire. Jesus fire. Jesus.
Something's glitching out.
Holy Ghost fire. Come on now. Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire, 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 fire. Jesus fire. Jesus. Holy Ghost fire. Come on now. Holy Ghost fire.
We're looping again.
Holy Ghost fire. Jesus fire. Jesus. Holy Ghost fire. Come on now. Holy Ghost fire. Jesus fire. Jesus fire. Jesus fire, 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 fire. Jesus fire. Jesus fire. Jesus fire. Jesus fire.
Oh, Jesus is fire.
Jesus fire.
Okay.
Jesus fire, 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 fire. Jesus fire. Jesus fire. Jesus fire.
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. Is this the trusty ape? Where are we? What are we doing here? What's up? Happy Tuesday, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Good to see you. And yeah, that was the latest bomb track from Apostle Queen Bell MC. Also, there was this thing over at Godless Granny channel, Godless Granny's channel, the Godless Granny channel on YouTube as well as some other places, which was like a fundraiser for Jenny Morgan. And there's links for the donos there. So we got that. Okay. Yeah, Jenny's been around a long time, helping a lot of people out around the community, and so yeah, it's kind of just well, it's one of those situations. There's not much left to do, but planning for the finalities. All right, and we're gonna go back here. I totally have a plan tonight. I did have a plan, and it starts here. Yes, this is where we're starting now, and then ending whenever I'm waiting for arrives. So just be prepared for that. It'll probably be abrupt. It's gonna say hello, goodbye, thank you for coming by and all that.
Considering that a certain line was crossed tonight, but it's imperative that I do, considering that a certain video live stream tonight, but it's imperative. I wasn't planning on doing another video live stream tonight, but it's imperative that I do, considering that a certain line was crossed as of this evening. That can definitively
Been there, done that. Go get them, sister.
be defined as a solid.
This is a couple months ago, and we've gone unlisted, but I still have it because I keep, if you unlist the video, I can still keep it in my watch later list. Sorry.
I wasn't.
The more you live, the more you learn.
Planning on doing another video live stream tonight, but it's imperative that I do, considering that a certain line was crossed as of this evening. That can definitively be defined as a solid. I wasn't planning on doing another.
Definitively be defined. Why does it keep looping? What the fuck is going on right now? Like my shit keeps fucking looping. Do I have it on loop? Is there a loop setting? Like this keeps consistently happening now the last couple of times I've tried to watch videos. I'm going, what the fuck? No. No, I don't see a loop setting. Why are we looping? Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll just move right along here.
NYC, who is a very close associate of public figure Victor De Leon and public figure Amanda Artaud, two criminals who are also extreme racists. NYC, who is
It's doing it again.
a very close.
The fuck? Alright, I'm starting to get like really fucking.
I wasn't planning
weirded
on
out
doing
about this
another
right
video live stream tonight, but it's imperative that I do, considering that a certain line was crossed as of this evening that can definitively be defined as a solid hate crime in regards to someone who I will refer to as Obsolete Man NYC, who is a very close associate of public figure Victor De Leon and
I don't know who the fuck that is. Also, okay, we appear to be like moving normally now. I don't know why this thing keeps happening where it's like starting to loop things. Some kind of glitch in the matrix or
public
something.
figure Amanda Artaud, two criminals who are also extreme racist. You can learn about both De Leon and Artaud on a URL or a website called rumoredpedo.com. On that website, you
Sounds like something she probably started
will
herself.
be able to see their racist extremism. Artaud specifically, not very long ago, called for the sexual assault of two minor-aged female children and labeled their mother an undeniably black woman, a nigger. Not with a soft A, not nigga, Nigger. Both
Yeah, I think we got the gist of that one. Yeah.
Leon and Artaud routinely target Black and African American women. Both of them encourage within their Discord server and on YouTube extreme racism against Blacks and African Americans. Now,
What what is actually going on here? Because the imagery here is like her plus this dude, and then are these AI generated sensual photos and like power couple
tonight,
photos?
a certain line
really
was
weird.
crossed when it comes to their associate, who I will refer to as Obsolete Man NYC. Not only he, but other members of Daily
Yeah. Shut up.
to an audience of over 80 people how myself, an undeniably Black African American woman, should behave, how I should act, how I should conduct myself, what I should think, what I should say, and who I should date, who I shouldn't date. It's pretty sick at this point, and it is a hate crime at this stage. All of it's being documented. I have received multiple death threats from De Leon and Artaud's associate known as Eldo. You can hear those threats over on the Streamer Analysis channel under videos and under live streams. If you would like to
Why
hear
don't you just play them now since you're making the accusation
both,
here?
there is a post on the community tab or the post tab where you can hear the threats. 2024, the first threat from Eldo. 2025, in Orlando, Florida, on International Drive, without my consent, I was stalked by De Leon, Victor De Leon, public figure. Approached without my consent after he'd already made it known that he had absolutely zero desire to meet me in person. None of it was scripted. None of it was pre-planned. Scared me to death. I managed to get away. And he had a firearm in his backpack. He also had on him my personal information, which he legally should not possess. Now this year, that same associate of De Leon, Eldo, has made a threat of violence against me and plans to...
Yeah, okay, all right. We'll just
Because I am currently in a relationship with this man who happens to be white, who happens to be a ginger.
Oh yeah. It lasted all 2 months, right? Yeah.
There's an issue. De Leon and his associates, specifically known as Obsolete Man, has a real problem with me connecting with this person. A real big problem. You know, they like to say, oh, Alex only likes white guys. Oh, she's an Oreo. She's a sellout.
That's fucking hilarious.
Hell, African Americans and Blacks, how we're supposed to be. Well, guess what? We can think for ourselves. None of these people.
A glitch in the Matrix, I swear to you. What are we doing? I'm glitching. I'm glitching. I can't find my way out. Where is this guy? Is that the right fucking address? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, good. Just making sure. We're still paying attention. Yes, yes.
Are
We're
Black
paying
or
attention.
African American who were attempting to tell me how to be, how to act only a few moments ago on Obsolete Man NYC's panel. Let's take a look at who's who. Well, first we have weak William Brace, aka Good Times. Racist
Okay,
white
get to
woman
the are we
who
gonna
has a very
cover the
unfortunate
conversation?
appearance. Like she's an expert on black people. This is a white girl
I don't need the rundown.
who are
I don't need the
attracted to
fucking characters
non-black
in the story. Just
men
tell the story.
are
She's
incredibly
not gonna do this.
idiotic. And you're a straight up racist who hides. Obsolete Man can't show his face. And there's a reason as to why. And then we have this woman. Mustafa. I'm really about my skin color when it comes to these pieces of garbage. It comes down to the fact that I called out De Leon specifically for being an ephebophile, a
I
proven
want to hear the
ephebophile
conversation. Are we doing that?
who hates God. But I'm not violent. Tonight on that panel, these pieces of garbage, these racists, these criminals, these gang members who have threatened my life. We're talking about Martin Luther King when it came to being a civil rights activist. I needed Luther King to overshadow this particular civil rights activist, and I'm talking about Malcolm X. But here's the thing, you know, back in the day, before many of you who are listening to me were born, television was not always in color. It was in black and white. So when people think about Malcolm X, this is what they think about. Okay? Without a doubt.
Okay. Well, we're getting nothing here. I mean, I feel like I saved this for some reason, but sometimes I have no idea why I do what I do, right? So you just gotta keep on keeping on after that. That's okay because we're still waiting. So, fuck this thing. That's old. See, sometimes I like old things, but sometimes I just want to get them the fuck away from me. And then also, I was gonna say something else about that, but I forgot what it was just now. So, yeah, okay. And then we'll go down here and look around. Yeah, we had that thing. We had that thing. Well, let's just see where we left off here. I've only got a few minutes, so I think I was being critiqued. Oh, see, I don't even know where it was. Skip to a random point, like, where's my thing? Give me back my thing. It's not there.
Both ends of the spectrum there, I think.
That security guy in DS9 that was a changeling, he was like a puddle that could take different forms. But the original story was like in Ireland and Eastern Europe, where someone would, deliver what seems to be a baby, like on the doorstep in a little basket, kind of like Moses, little basket floating down the river, and then somebody takes it and raises it as their own. But what their idea was like this non-human entity that leaves a baby-like thing, almost like a slug, in the humans, and then they start raising it as theirs, and it takes on all the human characteristics, and like lives 20-30 years as a human, getting to know everything that humans do, but then it takes all that information back. Elsie, you are just you should come on. You're very opinionated in a good way today. I love it.
That's a healthy response right there.
Yes, I love it.
Is there any fucking point to watching this shit?
It's like
Just
I said.
say it,
Trusty Ape was covering this.
Nope. No, it's not my fault. I cannot confirm or deny that I've covered DeRoy at any point in time. I don't even know who this guy is. I flatly deny it. No.
Listen, he had some ideas. I had some ideas, but he didn't have time to have a discussion. He was just covering this real quick and then going to another one. So I asked him if I could cover it, and he gave me the link to the vid.
Like DeRoy is like ultimate filler, like because it is like a fucking Chappelle show character. Like at the end of the day, you're like, oh wait, like back it up. Like these motherfuckers actually exist in real life. You know, like this is not a game. This is not a test. This is real life. And welcome to it.
They're ignorant and
Yes.
uninformed, from what I heard. Yeah, pretty much. That's why I wanted to cover and say this is what I disagree with. This was Trusty's take. This is my take. What about all of you? What do you think?
No, you're not allowed.
We like to
You're not allowed to
have a
disagree with me.
laugh and talk shit, basically.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you can, or if you just, it's just stimulating conversation. Because, for the guns rights, I don't even know for other countries like what gun rights they have. Like in Russia, when I was there, I don't think they really had gun rights, but yet people had guns, like AK-47s and SKS and sniper rifles, and you just didn't talk about it. And so when I started to ask questions, like everybody shuts up and doesn't want to say anything. But then later on, I hear different stories about, oh yeah, I've got this, I've got that. So I don't know how it works, but
I think
Yeah, I'm not really sure about gun rights in Russia. Yeah, that's an interesting one, but yeah.
but then that goes into like if we have to obey, and this is what he's talking about now. If we have to obey the laws of the Philippines, if Americans go to Philippines, shouldn't people from Middle and South America also have to follow America's laws and not import their stuff? Like for instance, cockfighting. For whatever reason, I'm using that as an example. Or you could say dog fighting, or underage marriage.
Well, last time I checked, Michael Vick was a fucking American. But no, that's the idea. No, Giroux was saying the opposite though. He wasn't saying well, he was saying that you can't bring your rights from the other country in, but he was saying that specifically that migrant people weren't allowed the same rights as naturalized citizens in those countries. That was his point.
Muslims, like marrying 9, 10, 12-year-olds. Like, should we allow that? Because that
Like he made a claim that you couldn't own property, which I think is false. From what we found, yeah, he just flat out claimed that you could not own property, which was bullshit.
that's their like cultural heritage. In America, we do allow a lot of stuff. So the question is, should we or not? Should we say no? You have to follow, basically the community standards, and that does vary by state. Like, what is the community standard? If you're in a Muslim enclave and you get a Muslim juror, all it takes is one, and you get a not guilty. And so prosecutors are going to know that, and that's why Sammy and I were saying there are lots of places where you get these little enclaves of one culture, and they can pretty much do what they want because the police are just going to say, "Hey, if it's cool with your neighbors, why are we going to get involved?"
And isn't the spirit of the law and the Constitution itself actually to eliminate a law for me, but a law for thee, but not for me? Like we don't allow that within our own country. We hate when a politician
Well, yeah, so they say, but then yeah, now we got Trump, so I don't know where the fuck that
gets away with
boundary
something
lies
because he's
anymore.
a politician. Where if I did the same law, I'd go to jail. I mean, if I broke the same law, I'd go to jail.
Nope.
But
Won't do that either.
we're gonna say, oh, yeah, okay, if you're not from our country, then it's totally fine. You know what? We hold our own citizens to it, but not someone that's not even from our country. That's
That's what. No, I'm gonna tick some people off now. That's what the Democrat Party has become in America. It's become we're going to advocate for terrorists and criminals. Like, I got to be careful with what I say, but if 8 guys do something bad to a developmentally challenged 8-year-old girl, Like, we're not going to prosecute it because you can just go to a sanctuary city and everything's cool.
What the fuck? What are we talking about? That's not what. No.
And, as we're seeing with ICE and like in LA, they're violating the law, and the mayor thinks that she is somehow super president, that she can just decide what our national laws are and whether or not national agents, federal agents can come in and enforce the law. And she found out, yeah, in fact, we can.
Yeah, they can go in there and fucking butcher all kinds of American citizens, just blow holes through them. Fucking bitch. No.
But for like years,
I'm in a special mood tonight, apparently.
for
So
Obama,
maybe I shouldn't even be here.
I think beginning with Obama, it may have been even in Bush. Like, we were just overlooking the law. I think it was under Bush that they started allowing marijuana growing in California. I think it was up to 99 plants, and like, the federal agents wouldn't mess with you. So you're just going to disregard the law for California. How come I can't grow 99 plants in Texas
Yeah.
or North Carolina or where Pennsylvania? So that's
South Carolina, you mean? Yeah.
South Carolina. Yeah, I was trying to hit everybody. Yeah. But like, isn't that a violation of my rights? They're doing selective prosecution, which is illegal. It's okay in California, but it's not okay here. But then they're going to turn around and say, yeah, but if we prosecute in California, the jury is from California, so it goes back to community standards, which as a policeman, that's something I had to deal with a lot. If you know the person's not going to get convicted because a third of the jury is going to think that, the action was okay, and so they're going to have jury nullification, which I fully support, then I'm not going to arrest that person and go through all the expense of booking them, getting them hearings, getting them a lawyer and all that, just to have them found innocent. And then, like, so that person didn't work for all those months.
But
they weren't paying taxes.
Even if you know that's going to be the case, isn't that still you as the police being the jury?
It is. It definitely is. Yes. And that is, I guess it's different in different states with what they. I'm having a brain freeze now. It's not codes, but that's the only word I can think of. But about what you arrest for and what you don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Texas, it's kind of like Judge Dredd, though. Like, we decide.
Yeah, you arrest for like incitable offenses, right? Like yeah.
Okay, I think this is a crime, so I'm going to do this. Or, I think you were justified. And so even though it was a crime, you're justified in committing that crime.
Or no. You cite for citable offenses. You arrest for crime or reasonable suspicion of crime.
So I'm not going to put you in the whole state through the hassle of arrest, jail,
court
trial,
time,
and then release. Yeah, because that's actually hurting the whole community by doing that. So I believe in like non-judicial arrangements, settlement, whatever, as much as possible. Pretrial diversion,
community service. Yeah. I've done meet some community service a couple of times in my time. I did a lot as a juvenile, and then a little bit as well as an adult. I did community service, and I also did a drug diversion class. That was my first one as an adult, which was interesting because I thought that the charge itself was like, completely bullshit, but they talked me into pleading, so I did that. But yeah, either way, fucking public defenders, man.
Isn't that what we want police to do anyway? Like, unless they have to fucking take you to jail, don't we want our police to not take you to jail? Like, give you a warning, give you a ticket. Like,
a couple of several moons ago. I don't want to disclose the full nature of but I was given a ride to the church in a state by the Highway Patrol. Thank you to the Highway Patrol for giving me that courtesy ride to the church, and yeah, so sometimes that happens.
Want them to know.
Yeah, I think that's the way it should be. That's the way it used to be. Like cops would cut you slack, but now with all the quotas, they just push it too much. It's like arrest you for any little thing, knowing, and that's another thing. Other departments in my area they would just arrest people because
Yeah, well, what's up, Sterling? Good to see you. It's been a while, buddy. Good to see you.
they can show, oh, it's a felony arrest. Well, it's not going to go to trial. It's going to get dismissed. So why go through it just to get that number? And like that's why some of these institutions are really stupid, because they want to pump up the numbers. Oh, we're cracking down on crime. We have this many arrests. Yeah, but if only 40% of them resulted in
Well, it's like
conviction,
that's the fucking the whole war on fucking the war on drugs, the war on illegals. That's always what it is. They're always trying to inflate the numbers, right? Like that's all that all is.
doesn't that mean you kind of screwed up?
Do you think? Am I putting it in a nutshell if I say that it's shifted the thinking of policing from just keeping the peace and dealing with what you legitimately see? It's gone from that and turned into actively looking for shit.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's the
And I think it's the other way around. Like the way the police have been, like historically, is just like actively looking for criminals and like busting them, and then like now there's like, at least in some areas, there's like a more compassionate like type of like policing, and like they have like in our area, like there's like the the basically the team they dispatch for like people who are like homeless or having mental health issues or something like that, where before the cops get involved, they have this like kind of like paramedic team that comes by and like, okay, can we triage this person? Are they high on drugs? Like, do we need to give them something because they're, calm them down because they're fucking high on drugs, like all that stuff. And they try to like settle the situation before the cops get involved with force. So that's like, it's going the opposite direction of exactly what Sammy just said.
Now,
and that gets into some different like broken windows theory and stuff like that, where like if you overlook the minor stuff, then the big stuff creeps in. But yet if you make sure that you arrest people for vandalism, then they're less likely to commit arson, that type of deal.
Yeah. But and you're right, it's tricky because the cop pulls you over because he says your tail light was out. You're like, can I get out and have a look? He's like, no.
Oh wow, he'll tell huh? Because that's happened to me. I got pulled over
that sort of thing. It's like you just got to take their word that your light was out, which it wasn't. But now they've got so-called grounds to fucking pull you out, search your car, all the rest of it. Whereas if the cop was not just trying to find someone or fill a quote.
I mean, that's essentially true. Like when I was pulled over on my charge, like I didn't even know that what I had done was against the law. Like I knew that it was like technically, like not something I would normally do, right? Like I threw my cigarette out the window, against littering technically, but I didn't know there was like an additional law about throwing like a lit thing, like throwing cigarettes specifically out of the car window. And it wasn't like in like a grassy area. It was in like the middle of, metropolitan area or whatever. It wasn't like someone was, but anyway, he acted like, oh yeah, you're going to burn the place down. And I was like, dude, there's nothing to burn out here. But anyway, neither here nor there. So I'm like, okay, well, fine. Give me the ticket for that, right? But no, like, as soon as he got, up there, like, I was inexperienced. I didn't know to turn the ignition off. He didn't command me to turn the ignition off until he was at my window with his pistol drawn. And then he was like, now you need to turn the ignition off or whatever. And I was like, okay, like, that seems like an extreme reaction, but I get it. Like, knowing what I know now. But at the time, I was, didn't know shit. And then, so you have that whole thing. But then it's like, okay, pull you out of the car. He said he suspected me of being high. I admitted that I had smoked weed earlier that night, right? But it was like, but I'm not on anything else. He insisted I had to be on something else. Then he wanted to search the car. I was like, well, I don't think we can just search the car. Like you either need to, so go through this whole thing. They search the car and then after call in for a field sobriety test. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you needed to sobriety test me before you did all that other stuff. But no, technically, they can just pull you over and search you basically for anything, like at least in California at that time. So I don't know. I thought that was all pretty interesting. But yeah,
You didn't have a tail light out, or even if it blinked out for a second and come back on, he's not. He might just pull you over and go, "Oh, but I just saw your tail light blink out. Just make sure you fix it. Have a nice night."
Right.
that's
And
awesome. Just like as like a quick aside, my order's gonna arrive here pretty soon. But yeah, I just got gifted like recently. I um, started just getting gifted a bunch of channel memberships, seemingly at random. I know it's all kind of at random. But yeah, I just got one for Dapper Dinosaur's channel. Love Dapper Dinosaur. I also got Sasquatch Secrets channel membership. I got one over at Teriac. Um, I got one at Stark of Iron, and then I got a notification that the memberships were paused. So I don't know what happened there, but I hope everything's well. Got one for Regan Elite. Um, I got one for Dragon Fist TV. You know, like a lot of channel memberships. Just Ember, yeah, better than Ember. Uh, that's the same one. And Kill Lamilla. So yeah, and then I gifted a channel membership as well. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but cool beans. I love that. I'm gonna try to use those as much as I can. And yeah, that's do do do. That's about that.
we do in Texas, that would be called a fix a ticket, but it's also a pretext stop because he's checking to make sure that you're not drunk or high, that you don't have anything in the car. You know, you can go through the whole thing because really you're wanting to make a felony arrest. That's the
Yeah.
And what's funny is that I wasn't actually ever charged with like a DWI. I was charged with on my particular thing. I was charged with possession because I did have a little bit of pot with me. It was less than a gram, and they marked it as less than a gram, right? But I wasn't charged with driving under the influence at any point, which I thought was really interesting. But again, I did pass that field sobriety test after they had another officer come out and test me. So maybe there's like some clause to that. It's like, oh, if he passes the sobriety test, you can't charge him with driving under the influence, you know. So,
what we call a duck.
which was the whole reason after the the initiating the stop, because I was suspected of being under the influence that the whole procedure took place, right?
We want felony arrests. But yeah, that happened to me. I had a state trooper pull me over as I was going home one day, and right at the highway exit. And so we were both on the off ramp, and he came up and he did the standard 7-step. I am Officer so and so with Texas Highway Patrol, and I pulled you over because you're.
I don't believe you, or maybe I do. No, I better get out there. If more people had stopped by, I might keep this thing running, but since they haven't, and hello? Oh, you outside? Okay, I'll be right there. Dead air. Abort. Abort. Yeah. Peace. We out of here.